Hey there, guys and gals, hepcats, cool kittens, friends and foes. Welcome to Back of the Cereal Box. I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pica. And on this week's episode, we're going to be talking about aliens, cryptids, movies that you didn't know were Christmas movies, and much, much more. And we're going to do that right now. All right, guys and gals, please welcome to the show beautiful co-host Aubry Brewer. How you doing, Aubry?
I'm good.
And we've got Dee Barty in the studio, but she has no devices connected. So I don't know what that means. I can't bring you on, Dee, until you have a mic and a camera connected. So sorry. She's thinking, God, it's 8 o'clock. But you know what? I'm up at 5 a.m. every day. So, sleeping until 7 is like a dream. Speaking of a dream, it is my pleasure to welcome a guest co-host, my psychic twin. We are born within a few days of each other. My favorite Pin-up Cosplayer, the one, the only, the legendary, the mythical, D'Elle Memphis. And there she is.
Hey, how are you? Please bear with me. I'm kind of this morning.
You've been singing too much with the Murdering Crows.
Yeah, you know what? Possibly so. We're in the studio right now recording. So, yeah.
That's fantastic. So before we do anything, ladies, I've got to pour myself a bowl of Cinnamon Life cereal. Hey, do you guys remember when, well, you do, D'Elle, Aubry, not so much. She's still just a baby. But do you remember when we were kids? There she is. Dee Barty is making it at 8 o'clock after all. Welcome, Dee. Good morning.
Hi.
Look, you
It's
look
raining here.
Yeah, but you look all fresh and wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. You got the braids going. You're looking like Heidi on the mountain. It's fantastic. Welcome. So, Life cereal. D'Elle, you'll remember this. When we were kids, we didn't have iPhones or iPads. The back of the cereal box was our entertainment in the morning when we were, when the cartoons were over or when we were waiting for something to start. We were reading what was on the back of the cereal box. And most cereal boxes today don't have much of anything interesting on them, but Cinnamon Life has Mad Libs. Do you guys remember Mad Libs?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Aubry, have you ever played Mad Libs?
I think so. Yeah. I remember there being cool stuff on my cereal boxes, but definitely not anymore.
Yeah. So, for example, give me a noun. Grab your noun.
Puppy.
Puppy.
More puppy.
Oh, come on, pen. Puppy. Oh, no wonder. Puppy. The pen actually has to be out. Okay. And hop in the noun.
Shower.
Okay, shower. We're off to explore a noun.
Haunted house.
Haunted house. And get ready to verb.
Run.
Run. And verb.
Scream.
Scream. Maybe we will get to see an adjective.
Spooky. And you have to say it just like that.
Spooky. And a noun. A spooky
Cat.
what? Cat. Okay.
Yeah, I was never good at that game.
Or even some adjective.
Termites.
No, adjective.
Oh, I'm sorry. Adjective. I misheard that. Giant.
Giant termites is a
Here we
noun.
go.
Yeah. All right.
It is a spooky house.
Nothing beat an adjective. One last adjective.
Blue.
Blue?
Yeah.
All right. So we've got grab your puppy and hop in the shower. We're off to explore a haunted house, and we can't be late. Get ready to run and scream along the way. Maybe we will get to see a spooky cat or even some giant termites. That would be horrifying.
Sounds like my shower.
Eating giant termites.
Just kidding.
Nothing beats a blue family road trip adventure.
Oh,
That
I'm
was
going to
fun.
be with those. That's just called depression. Lots and lots of depression.
Well, I am going to munch on some Cinnamon Life cereal. You guys remember Mikey likes it. He likes it. Well, this is the cinnamon, which I love. And D'Elle Memphis, you've got what I would expect you have. Count Chocula.
Every year at Halloween, I buy probably 3 or 4 boxes just to have on hand because I know I'm never going to see it for like the next year, or I'm not going to see it for like the next year, but there's always the good possibility you will never see it.
You know, they come out with the blue one and the pink one around Halloween too. So I always buy those too. I can't remember what they're called, but I love those as a kid.
Blueberry and Frankenberry.
There you go. That's it.
And they had Fruit Brute this year.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm like calling back my age, aren't I?
I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
Mhm.
And there was another one, Funny Mummies.
Yes.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yummy Mummy.
Yummy Mummy. That's
Yummy
it.
Mummy. I'm like, I'm having to close my eyes and try to visualize me on the breakfast table.
So, for those of you watching, and we've already got some comments, here's how this works. While we're munching on cereal, we are going to be talking about cool stuff that we have discovered this week or seen or heard or found. And Eli Cash says, so we're talking about Batman Returns. Hey, Eli, no spoilers. He also says, stay away from the Blue family. That's pretty funny. So, you guys can comment. Let us know what you're eating. And that's how we do the show. It's just a conversation. And D'Elle is joining us for the first time. And so, D'Elle, I want you to tell everyone all the things about you.
Oh my God. First of all, and this is not me being rude, it's DL, like just the letters D and L. So that's how, yeah, I know a lot of people, I get called everything from D'Elle to Dale to.
I've been calling you D'Elle for 10 years.
Yeah, I know.
And you've never corrected me.
I'm sorry.
And so you wait until we're worldwide to do it.
Because I'm mean that way. Aren't we supposed to be evil ladies? Come on now.
You and I are psychic twins. Now, DL is born just a few days after me. We share a birthday month.
We do. We
Yeah.
do. And happy birthday, by the way. The latest.
Same to you.
Birthday. All right. So as you mentioned, I am a singer in a local Memphis band here. I have been working with the Murdering Crows for probably about 3 years. We're in the studio. This is our first album or full album, because, you know, that's how we do it when we're a little bit older. We like full albums, not individual songs.
Yeah.
But it's our first album, and it's predominantly original material and a couple of covers on there. So look for that probably early, I'm just going to say early 2021.
I am super excited about that. I fell in love with the Murdering Crows the minute I first heard you about a year ago, I think it was, when you guys started putting videos up, and I was just blown away. Now, DL and I know each other for years and years, and I actually call her usually by her given name.
Yeah.
But so when we see each other at conventions and whatnot, she's always sporting an amazing cosplay that she is doing a favorite. Usually she's a DC character, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen you in a Marvel character.
No, I have one Marvel character, but it's a little more obscure, so I don't use her that often. But I lean more. I'm a DC girl. I grew up with Wonder Woman and Catwoman, and that whole. Those were the ladies that I looked up to and idolized, and outside of course, people like Elvira and Morticia and Vampira. But those were the comic book heroes that I idolized. So Wonder Woman has been in my rotation, but one of my closest friends is an incredible Wonder Woman. So I decided.
She's got the guns.
Oh, she does. That girl can flex. But so at that point, I decided, you know what? I'm going to transition into Hippolyta. So I've been cosplaying Queen Hippolyta now for a couple of years. Actually, she got that for me. She and her husband helped me get that cosplay together, and just so we would match. So we're kind of like a little paired set when we cosplay together. But my go-to now is actually Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. When DL walks onto the convention floor in her cosplay, everyone stops and goes, "Who is that?"
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
No, listen, you and I have this imposter syndrome going on. You are far too modest. You are spectacular, and everybody knows it. So claim it, girl.
I'm just having fun and living my best life. So, and then the final thing, I guess, about me, I work with a photography group or a photography company. Me and the Mister run it, and it's called Toy Robot Visual Arts. And hopefully we should be getting to some cons pretty soon. In the meantime, though, we've been doing some original videos. So there is a short film up on the YouTube page, and it's called Gumballs. And I would recommend highly to check it out. The guitarist for the Murdering Crows actually did the soundtrack.
So here's what we're going to do. You were supposed to send me logos.
I did.
I didn't get them. I never got them. Oh, wait. Now I see them. All right. So
it's okay.
Maybe I can figure out how to transfer them over to the computer before the show is over. But we are for sure going to put all of the information, all of the YouTube links, all of the Instagram, all of the links to DL's work in the show notes so that you can all connect with her. Is there like one central website?
Actually, from my Facebook page or my Instagram page, I have a Linktree account where you can find everything.
What is your Instagram? I know, but I don't remember how to type it.
D'Elle Memphis, DELLEMEMPHIS. That's it.
D'Elle Memphis on Instagram. So right now you can go check her out, but don't leave the show because we got some exciting stuff. So I'm going to put that right there. There it is. Instagram. Oh, I misspelled Instagram.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
Ew, Instagram. How do you do that, Instagram? I don't know about this newfangled technology stuff.
You have to get on the interwebs. If you don't get on the interwebs, you can't get to the face-to-face or the Instagrams.
So there it is. Check out all the cool stuff that DL is into, and that'll be great. So looking at my notes, ladies, let's see. Before we get too far, I want to remind everyone, we got to support the show. So I've got a ticker running along the bottom. Help us make this show better. And because of our contributions from viewers last week, I was able to buy a new lighting rig for my studio. And so if enough people contribute, D, I'm going to send you a ring light. And Aubry, I'm going to send you a ring light. And DL, I can tell that you've got great studio lighting already. You used to do an awesome YouTube series called Digging Deeper with DL.
Yes.
but you're not doing that anymore.
You know, honestly, I kind of had to take a little bit of a break from it. Just everything else in my life kind of caught up with me because, you know, in addition to photography, doing cons, cosplay, music, trying to maintain the web show, I do have a real job somewhere in the mix of that. So, but yeah, we've started a few more. We've got one up new that was back in October. And I'm getting ready to start a series of basically, I have a home haunt, and it's very low key at the moment. So I'm trying to kind of upgrade that. And so my Digging Deeper is going to be dedicated more to creating Carry-On Manor. And so I'll be doing some.
So are you creating a haunted house? Are you opening an attraction?
I'm not necessarily creating a haunted house. This year, I really got into watching a lot of YouTube videos that and YouTubers that were doing haunted attractions in their front yard, but they're not like over the top. Go through them. It's like we have a haunted cove very close to our house where people come through and walk through. But it's basically like Christmas lights, just creepier type thing. So
okay.
yeah, and so my first project that I'm working on, I'm actually building, everybody's going to call it a witch's cauldron, but I'm going to call it for what it is. I'm building a Palomayambe Naganga. And and there will be a little bit of true crime mixed in with it too, hopefully. So you might want to watch that one.
That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So the reason I brought up Digging Deeper is because you did some product reviews. And this is the time in our show where we share cool loot that we discovered or captured, dug up during the past week. And of course, D'Elle, it's not just your birthday month. It's not just my birthday month. It's Dee Bart's birthday month.
Happy birthday, Dee!
Her birthday is on the day,
Oh.
December 25th.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, so
We
A
talked
lot
about
of
it
people
last
do.
week.
It's okay.
We just talked about it last week, though.
You don't get gypped on your birthday. hopefully.
Sorry.
So we celebrate birthdays all month long. At least I celebrate my birthday all December long. And so I got some birthday gifts. Again, I had a huge haul last week. This one's small. I finally picked up the King of Tokyo Power-Up Pack. You remember King of Tokyo, Dee?
No.
We did a game review of this.
Oh,
Well, I saw the video, but I don't remember.
Well, so I reclaimed that Roll and Go video game show or game show video and rebranded it for us, and I reposted it on the Back of the Cereal Box channel. It's already over 2,200 views since Monday.
wow.
It's pretty epic. But this is the power up, and you get to play as the panda bear. Watch the video,
like
Dee. You'll remember it. Then I also got a gift for myself. I got the core game of Unmatched, the Battle of Legends. You guys remember I showed you Robin Hood versus Bigfoot. Well, this is Sinbad versus Alice in Wonderland versus King Arthur versus Medusa.
My money's on Medusa every time.
Yeah, and it is a super cool battle game that is a lot of fun and getting great reviews. But here was the coup de grace this week. I discovered the Mohawk Storm figure from Marvel Legends. Now, this gets shipped 1 per carton, and a carton has 40 sets. So out of 40, 1 gets shipped, and I got it. Do you know what that means, Dee Barty?
What? You're
1
gonna be
out
playing
of
with
40?
a lot of toys?
No. She will be on display eventually, but that means that figure is incredibly rare and it will be worth a mint.
Yeah.
So D'Elle, you had some treasures that you dug up this week.
I did. See if I can. Okay, so first of all, with it being my birthday month, I wanted to share these because, first of all, I am a huge Game of Thrones fan. And when you can you see them? These are
the
dragon
dragons.
earrings. Yeah, these are paper dragon earrings that was sent to me. These are actually made by, they're handmade by a company called Cricket Creek Creations. So I have that. I think you heard me mention Bellatrix. So I'm basically out in a warehouse liquidation store for liquidations. And I'm digging through. And first of all, I'm going to tell you, I love Bellatrix, and she is hard to find in any format at all. So I ran across this Wizarding World, Bellatrix Lestrange, and I have looked at this one before and I've wanted it. But the even better thing about it is, that was $4. $4.
Did you get that at Ollie's?
No, I did not. Did they have it at Ollie's?
Oh my! Well, have you been to Ollie's?
Yes.
Ollie's is a magical place. Aubry, do you go to Ollie's?
I've heard of Ollie's, but I don't think I've been there.
You're in between two of them. There's one in Rivergate and one in Gallatin. Go.
I was about to say, yeah, there's probably one in Gallatin because I believe I've passed it at least once or twice.
Now, DBarty or Aubry, have either of you discovered any treasures this week that you want to share with our viewing audience?
No.
I have
No.
I don't get out much.
I'm boring, yeah.
I have one more.
Oh, let's see it. Yes.
Yeah, she can take our place.
Okay. So if you know me, you know that I love vintage and I love to go estate sale shopping. And yesterday, stumbled across an incredible one here in Memphis. And one of the things that really caught our attention was the giant Star Wars collection. Yeah. So I have the original. Yep. 1978 TIE Fighter. Lovely. And this was the first run on the toy release. So, I mean, this was before they became gray and black to kind of match. Mm-hmm. So this is the original. It's supposed to be white, maybe a little dingy yellow, but it's a restoration project. Yeah, it's going to be a restoration project for me and the mister. And so we're going to have to kind of clean it up a little bit and get some decals for it. And the electronics need a little TLC, and we'll see. So I'll be playing with this later.
That's fantastic.
I know a lot of people that would want that.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk little Star Wars later on. Not a whole lot because we did an emergency podcast last night with me and Lucas Leverett talking about all the Disney Plus news. But we'll touch on it a little bit later. But before we do that, we've got to acknowledge one of our sponsors, the League of Impossibilists. Yeah, that was epic. Find out more about the Impossibilists at impossibilists.com or patreon.com/impossibilists.
That is awesome.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's, original characters that started with my book series, Tales of the Decoverse, and it's just kind of evolved into its own thing. And A lot of folks have joined along the way, and it's been a lot of fun, a very fun project. All right, so we got to talk. Both DL and I are big into cryptozoology, cryptids, and paranormal. And, speaking of the paranormal, is there a ghost in the room? A shadow just came across you, DL.
Yeah, probably. My house is haunted.
Yeah, that was really weird because as soon as I said ghosts and paranormal, you got covered in a shadow.
Yeah, if you call them, they'll come.
Yeah. So we're not going to talk about one of the articles that caught my attention this week, and I sent it to everyone. Did you guys read it?
Yes.
Aubry, did you read the article?
Wait, which article?
That's a no. DRT? No.
I didn't get an article.
Yes, you did. It's in the show notes that I sent you. There's a link.
Oh, I
to-
just went over it this morning. Sorry.
Okay, so Chaim Eshid, who was a high-ranking security officer in the Israeli government, has come out this week. Now he's 87 years old, so consider this: he's at the end of his life, and he's wanting to, share all his secrets. He has said in an interview that aliens are absolutely real, and that they have been secretly in contact with the American government and the Israeli government for decades, and that we are even running an underground Mars base.
Oh, that wouldn't shock me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Now he says the only reason that this has not been out in the open or public is because humanity needs to evolve.
Well,
and that, go ahead, DL.
Toilet paper shortage. We saw how people freaked out. Aliens would lose our minds. I mean, because, yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that we are working with aliens? Do you think they're in our government?
I don't know. I don't think they're in our government, but I definitely know we have a lot more access than, they let on, obviously. And the Mars thing, the Mars base, I definitely would, I wouldn't be surprised about that.
You know what? I'm going to call a few red flags on that article. First of all, is it just me, or does Galactic Federation sound just a wee bit sci-fi?
Okay, so that was the only thing that for me raised a flag when he said that Donald Trump would be open about it, except that the Galactic Federation won't let him. And that did sound a little Star Trek to me.
Didn't Trump say he was going to start a space force?
Oh, he did. Yeah, it's in development now. It's a new branch of the military. Space Force! Have you guys seen the Netflix series, Space Force? It's brilliant. You should watch it.
My parents are watching it.
It's hysterical.
I will probably be watching it then.
Steve Carell and John Malkovich.
All right, that's already got my attention, so yeah.
Yeah.
I love John Malkovich.
What do you think, DBarT? Have you seen aliens? Have you seen UFOs? You live out in the country. There's a lot of stuff in the sky. You've never seen anything weird in the sky?
No.
Do you look up when you go outside?
Okay. Yeah, well, of course I do. I love the stars. I love space. I love all of that. It's very, very intriguing to me. And I feel like there's a lot of planets out there, and there's like no way that we're the only one that has life on one planet. But as far as like creepy aliens and secret government, whatever, I don't know. And I mean, honestly, I don't really care.
So you
That's what I was about to say. You're like, I don't care.
I mean,
you don't believe that the truth is out there.
That's funny.
well, even if it is, I probably don't want to know about it. So just don't come to my house.
Fair enough.
Yeah, stay over there.
I do have another point to make on this. Didn't he plug a book too at the same time?
Yes. Yes, he has a brand new book.
That sounds
But
super
look,
sketch.
Everybody has a
Right,
brand new
right.
book. Everybody does. I've got a brand new book coming out. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting. I love stories about UFOs. I watch Ancient Aliens on Netflix and Hulu or whatever it's on, History Channel. But when DL and I were talking this week, and she's a big cryptid fan. So cryptozoology, for those of you who are watching, is the study of undiscovered species. So in our
I love that.
Bigfoot, Chupacabra, Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, all of that stuff. And I believe I'm a big Bigfoot fan. I have a brother who was a Navy SEAL who came face to face with a Bigfoot at Mount Rainier State Park in Washington State. But Dee, are you into cryptozoology?
I mean, somewhat.
What's your favorite? What like raises
So,
your
like,
eyebrows?
Probably it would either be like Bigfoot or Loch Ness. I mean, just because, like, I don't know, I kind of think that they're a thing.
Well, I do too. And
But Mothman, I don't want to know anything about it because it scares the crap out of me. So what I do know about it, and I'm like, I don't want it.
I watched the movie on that.
Yeah, no, nope.
Well, all he did was take down a bridge in Virginia. Come on.
Yeah, I know, it scared me.
and DL, you did the Nessie. You're a Nessie and Snoopy fan.
Yeah, I wish it was in water because that's what that is. That's somebody's arm floating in water. That's all that is. But
Do you think so?
No, Loch Ness has always been my favorite because it's the original one that I discovered that got me interested. And honestly, there's so many lake and sea creatures. We have several here in the U.S. like Champ and Bessie, and just the thought that they could be like a plesiosaurus or something like that. Did I say that correctly? Plesiosaurus. But the concept that this creature may have existed and may just still be there.
Well, I was reading the other day that 95% of our oceans and bodies of water are still unexplored.
Yes.
We've only explored 5% of the ocean. So that's why they say there could be alien bases. There could be, plesiosaurs in the ocean or in these lakes. And Loch Ness in particular is almost impossible to explore.
Oh,
what about you, Aubry? Oh, go ahead, Dia.
I know. And if you know anything about like raising fish or sea animals, my cousin had an Oscar fish, and Oscars will grow to fit the aquarium or the tank that they're in. So this fish that was supposed to probably be about like this big was like this. I mean, it was enormous. It was the biggest one I'd ever laid my eyes on. So, I believe it could happen.
Yeah. What about you, Aubry? Where do you weigh in on cryptozoology and cryptids?
I don't think I know too many of them. I know about the Loch Ness Monster story, and I heard of the Bigfoot stuff, but I don't think I know too many other ones.
Well, Bigfoot fascinates me because that's the only cryptid legend that I'm aware of that exists on every continent. Every country has their own version of Sasquatch or the swamp ape or the what did they call it in Borneo? Orango pengu. So, and look, anyone who's lived around the forest, Dee, you know this because you guys have deer around your house. You see those deer out in the field, and they get spooked, and they jump into the tree line, and they're gone. You can't see them like a foot in. They're impossible to spot. And so I think something that has an even higher level of intelligence that doesn't want to be seen ain't going to be seen.
No, I agree.
That's just me.
I mean, having a higher intelligence than a deer, I don't think says much, though. It could have average intelligence.
Well, I'm freaked out by the chupacabra. When I first heard about the chupacabra,
Oh yeah, I heard that one too.
I was looking
What
in
is that?
shadows. It's
I want to know.
a monkey-eyed demon that
I
cuts
don't wanna
open goats and cattle and eats the entrails out, sucks their blood out. They call him the goat sucker.
Sorry. Every time somebody says goats, I'm going to back.
It's funny. All right, let's talk movies. So next Saturday is going to be our Christmas episode. We're going to go all out with the holiday cheer in whatever way that you do it. And we will be talking about our top 5 favorite Christmas movies next week. But this week, I thought it would be fun in preparation to talk about movies that you didn't know were Christmas movies. And I'm going to start with this one. And if you guys have stuff to add, throw in a movie that I might not have picked. But the first one is the Tim Burton classic. No, not Nightmare Before Christmas. No, not The Corpse Bride, but Batman Returns. Everyone's like, huh? Batman Returns takes place during Christmas, and and you can see in the background the Christmas presents under the big Gotham Christmas tree, and the entire conflict revolves around the murder of the Gotham Snow Angel, who is the model, rocket style model, who has to light the Christmas tree. And the Penguin kills her. And that starts off the entire conflict. So Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
So we have to save our suggestions for next week?
No, if you've got a movie that you think is a Christmas movie that most people don't think is a Christmas movie, tell me what you think it is.
I thought you were going to say it first, but I was going to say that Die Hard.
Dun, dun, dun. You read the notes.
Oh, is that why? Maybe
You studied.
that was on the notes. I forgot.
Good job, Aubry.
You know, I go to great lengths to create a structure for this show.
We just ruined it all. We don't read notes. And
Hey, I did read them. It's just that I totally forgot that you brought that up in there. But when you said a Christmas movie that most people don't think is a Christmas movie, that was the first one that came to mind. I guess because that's been one that people have brought up lately as being a supposed Christmas movie.
Well, the director has even said it is 100% a Christmas movie.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
explain this to me, please. I've heard this for years, and I don't understand.
It takes place on Christmas Eve. And John, what's his name, is trying to get home to his family for Christmas. Go ahead, D'Elle.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to. First of all, if Christmas is the setting, the time frame, or the background, it doesn't necessarily make it a Christmas movie. Shouldn't a Christmas movie basically follow the guidelines of, let's say, A Christmas Carol? It's a redemption story in which somebody discovers the true meaning of Christmas, or that's Christmas. That's a Christmas movie, not something that takes place around. And I love Die Hard, and I really love Batman Returns, but
well, if we're using that as the criteria, then I think you will probably agree with the next one, and I'm willing to bet, D'Elle, that this is one of your favorite movies. Edward Scissorhands.
I do love Edward Scissorhands.
And this is a redemption story.
It is.
It's a coming of age and a redemption story.
It's about a gift, too, so.
Yeah. And takes place at Christmas. All of the Edward becomes his own. Well, no, he's left on his own on Christmas Day, when his maker tries to give him hands as a Christmas gift, and has a heart attack before he can attach them. It's tragic. And Edward discovers what it's like to really be human and to find love. And it ends in a bittersweet way. Now, Aubry, DeBarty, have you guys seen Edward Scissorhands?
Oh my gosh, yes, I love that movie.
I'm embarrassed to say, but I only seen parts of it.
Well,
I know.
that final scene,
Sacrilege.
that final scene with the ice sculpture, and Winona Ryder listen. When I saw this movie, I fell in love with Winona Ryder. She became my crush. Any other thoughts on Edward Scissorhands? What do you think, D'Elle? Is it a Christmas movie?
You know what? I'll let that one slide through just because there is the redemption story. And, honestly, Vincent Price was in that movie, and I can't say anything bad ever about Vincent Price. So, yeah, we'll call that one Christmas.
Okay.
Well, okay, so that's not one that I would be like, hey, let's sit down and watch Christmas movies, because it's not that ooey gooey feel good.
That's our list for next week, Dee.
Okay.
So we'll create those lists for our top 5 each. All right. This one may or may not shock you. Gremlins. Da, 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 da. There's little Mogwai Gizmo with his Santa hat on.
He looks like a Furby.
Furby was based off of the Mogwai in Gremlins.
Oh, okay.
So have you not seen Gremlins, Aubry?
I know. I know.
You have the Netflix binge, girl. Come on now.
Yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
It is.
Yeah.
And it is such a fun movie. And you know what? I recently watched it again with my son, and I had forgotten how terrifying this movie really is.
Yeah, my kids left halfway through. They're like, we're not watching this.
So what happens, Aubry? I mean, this isn't a big spoiler, but the cute little gremlins, if you feed them after midnight, they turn into horrible green goblins.
I think I remember hearing that about it. Okay.
And on Christmas Eve night, they are set loose on the city and just completely wreak havoc on that little town. D'Elle, you look like you have something to say about Gremlins.
No, I like Gremlins. Still don't think it's a Christmas movie, but go ahead.
All right, so this one I don't think is a quote-unquote Christmas movie, but it's always shown on TV at Christmas, and it has been since the inception.
I think I know what it is.
What put it on this list is the fact that the characters appear in the classic Christmas movie, A Christmas Story, and that is The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that one? Okay. I was about to say I was going to say A Christmas Story because that one is always shown on Christmas, but I mean, it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah. That's my number one favorite Christmas movie, A Christmas Story. But
how in the heck is Wizard of Oz a Christmas movie? No way.
Thank you. Somebody tell me. I didn't see it at all.
No way. Do they even reference Christmas in this movie?
No. But it's always shown during the Christmas season, and historically, CBS has aired it on either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. And it all is part of the tradition of the movie. When it first was aired on television, it was aired on Christmas Day. And that has just become the tradition. And so The Wizard of Oz has become associated with the Christmas season, just like The Sound of Music.
They should air it on Halloween. That witch is scary.
I know.
Yeah, I would think it would match more that holiday than it would Christmas.
Well, modern Halloween did not really come into vogue until the 60s, the way we know it. Before that, it was kind of an obscure holiday that wasn't widely celebrated. But Christmas was. So Christmas was like the time to release stuff it still is. If you want a movie to be an Academy Award nominee, you got to release it before Christmas. And next Friday, as a matter of fact, Monster Hunter with Mila Jovovich is coming out. We'll talk about that next week. But Christmas is a great time to be a movie fan. So, Wizard of Oz, yay or nay?
No, absolutely not.
I'm kind of torn. It's not a Christmas movie in the sense of it's a movie about Christmas. It's a movie about the concept, but I love the tradition, and I love the fact that it is aired during that time. So I got to kind of, although it's not a Christmas movie, it is a Christmas tradition to watch it. How about that?
I had no idea. I
always watch it around Halloween.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed it came on during Christmas. I guess I just never noticed it.
It never registered. It was just like, oh, Wizard of Oz is on, but you never connected that, oh, it's Christmas time.
Right.
You don't see the whole, special rotating. It's like there's a CBS special coming on, and we're going to watch.
Yeah, we've lost that a little bit.
And I miss that. And I think that kind of helped promote what was special that we were supposed to be paying attention to during Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Well, we've lost what we call appointment TV. Aubry, when I was a kid, there were 3 channels and maybe a 4th local one. And if you could pick it up on clear days, a PBS channel. That was it. That was our dial. 5 choices. And you didn't have on demand. So if you missed it for a full year. You didn't get to see something again until it came around in reruns. And we don't have that anymore. You can watch whatever you want, whenever you want to watch it. And that kind of segues to our next topic. Last week, Warner Brothers announced that they're going to release all of their theatrical releases simultaneously with the theatrical releases on HBO Max. So you'll be able to watch them on HBO Max as a subscriber or go to the theater and watch them. And people are livid. But the thing is, we don't know where we're going to be in 2021 with returning to normal, quote unquote. A lot of movie theaters are still shutting down. AMC is on the brink of vanishing. And Warner Brothers has to find a way to distribute this product. And if it can't be in the theaters, they got to bring it to you at home. And, they got to make their money back. And that's what that's all about. Me personally, I'd rather see it in the theater. But what about you guys? Are you guys at home viewers or theater viewers, movie viewers?
It depends on the movie. If it's like one I really wanted to see, like Wonder Woman, for instance, I would have went and saw that in theaters, yeah.
What about you, DBRT?
I'm laughing because I can't even watch a movie. I have too many kids.
5 kids. 5.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was 5.
Yeah.
Now I understand why 8 o'clock is a rough time.
Yeah.
I prefer to go to a theater, and I have some close friends that have actually been renting theater space. I didn't realize this was a thing, but they've been renting theater space and hosting small gatherings because you can definitely social distance and you get the movie theater experience. And of course, we've been watching. I think that they were Indiana Jones was one of the ones they did. Christmas Vacation. So we've been kind of going in and having that experience, but yeah, I missed that.
Well, this season, we did a drive-in movie theater for the first time since I was a kid. And I love that experience. That was fantastic. If you've not been to a drive-in movie theater, really, it is a lot of fun.
I went and watched Batman in a drive-in movie theater when I was little. That was the last time I ever went to. Actually, probably the only time I ever went to a drive-in movie theater.
Well, we've got
I've
two
never
really
been.
great ones.
Memphis has an incredible one. The summer drive-in, and there is a local. There's a local director here that actually takes over, usually one night every month, and hosts a classic, just all night long movie marathon. It's Time Warp Drive-In. Oh my gosh! Actually, I did a cover of that on the Digging Deeper. But I love the drive-in. That's like the best.
In Middle Tennessee, here we have two really great ones. One, are you okay?
All right. Yeah.
Are you gonna live? Do we need to get you
Wrong
medical
pipe?
attention? COVID?
Yeah. Wrong pipe. No, I've already had COVID.
We have two great drive-in movie theaters here in Middle Tennessee: the Stardust Movie Theater, Stardust Drive-In in Watertown, and the Franklin Drive-In in Franklin, Kentucky, which is right across the border. But the Stardust Movie Theater, it is so old and run down, it's epic. You know, it's old school, right? But they've got high-tech projectors, and they've got the best concession stand on the planet. Because that's half of the fun of the drive-in, right? Is the concession stand.
No,
The
that's
concession
more
booth.
than half. That's more than half.
And
That's
this
more than-
place, the Stardust Drive-In, they serve Philly cheesesteaks and Reubens.
Wow.
Homemade, handmade, right there. And it's the best Reuben I've ever had.
You know, there's another drive-in in Hickman County, the Pink Cadillac. Don't forget about that
I
one.
did not know that. Where is Hickman County? Is that down by UD
Yeah, it's past Fairview.
in the hinterlands? The Pink
Way
Cadillac.
out yonder.
So
Close
you know
to
what?
Mineral.
Back of the cereal box, we need to plan some drive-in movie theater road trips.
I'm down.
We need to visit some of these and like do commentary on them. Let's do it.
That's an incredible idea.
All right, so let's take a couple of viewer comments. Let's see what we got here. Eli Cash has been watching, and he says, my take about the Loch Ness Ocean being undiscovered. Rogue underwater time rifts allow prehistoric dinosaurs to swim through. That's a good theory. I like that theory.
You know what? I just want to give a big shout out to Eli. He's been a fan of ours for like a really long time. And how you doing, buddy?
Eli says he's in to go on a drive-in theater road trip. I know a whole crew that'll go. So I'm gonna plan this. So we're almost out of time, guys. Can you believe it? I was gonna talk about Mandalorian Chapter 15 real briefly. Have you guys been watching The Mandalorian?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like the episode this week?
Oh, yeah.
It was good, but I felt like it wasn't as exciting as I wanted it to be because I expected a few things to happen that didn't. But, it was still good.
Well, he kind of put together his Star Wars Avengers team, didn't he?
Minus Ahsoka. I think she would have been the better addition.
The finale is next Friday. For me, this episode felt a lot like filler.
Yeah,
It was
kinda.
okay, but it didn't blow me away. Dee, what about you? You guys have been watching The Mandalorian as a family.
I was so excited to see his face. He's so handsome.
Hey, DL, doesn't he look just like Fillion? Nathan Fillion?
Yeah. Actually, he does look a lot like him. Yeah.
Who were you thinking he looked like?
Dude from Game of Thrones. I'm just kidding. No, I know that's him.
Yeah, when I see him, I'm like, that's Captain Mao. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Spoiler alert: he takes off his helmet and shows his face. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like he's kind of betrayed his compass a little bit. I know you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah, I
Fun,
mean,
but
I was
I
gonna
don't feel
say
like you did. It's for the love of the child.
exactly.
now I will say that last frame of Moff Gideon's face, I saw absolute terror on his face. I don't think this guy has ever been afraid of anything, and all of a sudden, he's got an angry father coming to get his kid.
Right.
He looked scared to me. What did you guys think?
Oh, definitely. He's thinking he's going to have to go back to selling meth and making chicken.
I thought I did like that part. I didn't know if he I wasn't expecting him to send him a message like that. So I did like that. He deserves to be in fear.
Well, it's the same message that Moff Gideon gave on the second to last episode of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
You have something I want. And that was a nice callback, nice echo. I can't wait to see the finale because I know they're going to pull out all the stops and they're going to leave us on a huge cliffhanger. Now, one of the things that you guys might want to go back and watch is the show from last night because we talked about 2 shows that are spinning off of The Mandalorian. They did announce an Ahsoka series and a series called Rangers of the New Republic, which is a series that will be led by Cara Dune. It's a marshal team, kind of like U.S. Marshals of the New Republic kind of thing. So this season finale will kind of set the stage for all of that.
So maybe your prediction that maybe she gets killed off is not true.
It is not true. It is not going to happen because she's going to be helming her own series.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
Yeah.
I like her.
And I am totally in love with Cara Dune.
Agreed.
Absolutely. All right, ladies. So we are at the end of our hour. Any last thoughts? DL, make sure you send me all. Well, I'm going to post all the links, but if you can send me anything specific, that would be great. And I will make sure to get the artwork up on our Instagram page and our Facebook pages. So we have loved having you, and I hope you'll come back.
I will definitely.
Hint, hint. You make a great addition to this motley crew. You make it less motley.
Yeah, okay.
She's a little more awake than I was today, so it was definitely probably nice balance there.
Well, I will say this. We got a letter about Aubry. Yeah, we got an email from someone who said, Aubry is absolutely adorable. Will you give her my number?
Blush.
Fan mail.
Oh,
I'm gonna blush. You have to do this on here.
You're gonna be the sweetheart of the internet. I can tell.
Maybe.
So, Aubry, I have an assignment for you for our next episode.
Oh Lord. Okay.
I want you to talk about cyberpunk and all of the issues that they've been having. Not today because we're out of time, but next Saturday. And
I definitely can find that out because I didn't pre-order it for that reason.
yeah. So we'll talk about that next week, along with our top 5 Christmas movies. And DBRT, you got anything else?
not a thing.
DL, anything else?
I'm good. Not a thing.
And Eli Cash says, oh, he says to you, Aubry, that wasn't me. Do you know what you're talking about? I know what I'm talking about.
I think
That
that
wasn't you,
don't
Eli.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't say it was you, Eli, but I'll be happy to give Aubry your number if you want me to.
That's drawing a lot of suspicion. Guilty dog.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. If you like the show, Support the show with a donation at PayPal at johnpica@johnpica.com. That helps us make it better for you. And if you hated the show, this is the Dice Tower. And make sure you tell 200 or 300 of your closest friends and family to come share the fun. And until the next time, D. Barty, we'll catch you on the flip side. Have a great weekend.